Hello, my name is Amber, and I met Jeff in a very unceremonious way, trying to hide from the cops in a parking garage in the middle of the night. I was 15, and I'd just moved to town, and I was out wandering out around way past curfew. I ducked into a parking garage to dodge a cop car, hoping to slip out on another level. What I didn't realize was that the only other exit was at the top, which was a very open road, and the super obvious next stop for the cop who was familiar with the layout. After some rushed pleasantries and much laughter at my expense, he offered to run interference for me since he was old enough to be out. He went up while I headed down and scurried home as fast as I could. I was grateful, but figured I'd likely never see him again. Little did I know that we'd run into each other again very soon. More importantly, I'd just met the guy who had introduced me to an amazing group of people who would become my closest friends, some I still cherish today, and who would become my best friend for the next 28 years. Talk about kismet. That chance meeting led to events which shaped the teen years that were the foundation for who I became as an adult. I can honestly say that I wouldn't be who I am today without having met Jeff, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. This is the part where I get to gush about Jeff's character. Thankfully, unlike so many of these types of speeches, it doesn't have to be done with rose-colored glasses, because he was genuine and sincere. Jeff was the strongest person that I know. He faced countless trials from birth, both medically and in other areas of life, but he did so with humor and a sense of ease when he knew damn well it wasn't. It's not to say that he didn't struggle or have his downs, but he never let it stop him from being there when other people needed him. He was generous to a fault, often putting other people's well-being ahead of his own, for better or worse. He had a creative soul and a huge heart. As cliche as that sounds, it's true. He loved art in many forms, drawn, musical, poetic. As a teen, he lamented that he didn't have the words that he wished he did to fully express himself, which makes sense to anyone who ever passed notes or chatted with him online. Love him to pieces, but he is hands down one of the worst spellers I've ever met. That aside, I don't think that there are words profound enough to express what was in his heart anyway. He was so full of love and light. At an age when most of us were barely even contemplating real life, he was already dreaming of that big love. He enveloped friends and family in love, sure, but he was always longing for the one. He knew that that was what his soul needed, and I am beyond grateful that he found that amazing bond with Vicky. Oh, to hear him talk about you, Vicky, brings tears to my eyes in the best way. There was always such reverence there. You were wanted, cherished, so very loved. In our very first conversation after getting back in touch, I had zero doubt that he had found in you the partner he had always longed for and deserved. And even if I hadn't already been so sure, I feel like I had cosmic proof when we found out that you share the exact same birth date as the love of my life. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being the amazing woman that you are and for taking such good care of Jeff emotionally and physically. Love you. Jeff. For all that I've rambled here, I don't actually have the words to explain the crushing feeling in my chest or how hard it is to breathe. It kills me that we weren't able to get together the last couple times that we tried. I'm at least grateful that you're a video chatter and so much better at reaching out than I am. and the only person that I always answer the phone for. So at least I have recent memories of your smiling face, joyous laughter, and bravery amidst the scary times. I love you, and I will miss you more than I can even fathom yet. But I guess fate thinks that it's time that you took a break. So rest easy, my dear friend. I know we'll catch each other on the next go-round.